Come on.
Or a poetry event for the very first time.
Okay.
Can we make them feel welcome? Let's make our first timers feel welcome. All right, so let me say to the first timers, in a spoken word event, rather than us clapping, what do?
We snap.
So thank you, and we look forward to a lot of snappings. And if it's entering your body, so just stand up.
Yeah, exactly. Just.
And if you are feeling so generous, come and ask for my account number and send it. Send the funds in.
You mean our account number?
Are we having a joint account? What's going on?
For the sake of the
What's
show.
going on?
Don't worry, we'll create a new OP.
All right.
See us. We're just at the back. Don't worry.
Right there. Easy to spot out. You see black and white. Black and white.
Yeah.
And we didn't even plan it. Imagine, we didn't even plan it. It's the flow for me. All right. So we have our next act, right?
Yes. And so opening up for Amakason, ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause as we present Olubambi.
Olubambi. Please, can you keep clapping till she gets here?
Let's
Make her
keep
feel
clapping.
welcome. Make her feel welcome. Yep.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. First, I'm grateful to be here, and I'm saying thank you to Amaka. Thank you for bringing me here. So, the title of this piece is Move. Move. So, you'll be blessed as you listen. I told the mountain, move. Move from here to there. I spoke to it. Be thrown into the seas. But my words are in spells, yet everything I say does not return void. The Lord God has given the poet a mouth and an answer. When she speaks, it is light be. Her voice will make your baby leap. The Lord God has given the poet the tongue of the learned, that she should know how to speak a word in season to him that is weary. When she speaks, the bouts of pain you thought would cripple your limb will open your womb. Then you will understand. Are we here? Then you will understand. The pain that once felt like a curse is the curse of birthing. It's proposed to precede an opening, a healing, a transition, a rare type of gifting. Get ready. A heartfelt provocation will cause your water to break. Can a nation be burned in a day? As soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her child. As soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her child. If you asked me, what kind of word is in the mouth of the poet, I'll tell you, we must now return to Genesis, to a time life had just been formed, and nature was ordered after their kind. And God said, let us make man in God's image. So if you asked me, what kind of word is in the mouth of the poet, I'll tell you, it's the God kind. So let the wind carry my voice as far as the east is from the west. Look, the poet comes. Immune from the disease to please, she bears the graces of those who have gone before her. Hand held by God. Word as resolute as Moses' rod, ready to evolve. Are you ready for the word that will propel a birthing? Are you ready for a heartfelt provocation? So speak to. Put your future in your mouth like prophecy, and your words will become the oil that never runs dry. Speak to. Put your future in your mouth like prophecy, and your words will become the oil that never runs dry. Haven't you heard? You are first a priest over your house, and your body is an estate of dreams. So, speak. Be anxious for nothing. On days you're uncertain where the road leads, remember where you're coming from. My people say, Bi abamo bitanlo, she bamo bitatiwa. You will need your faith to unpack every word, every prophecy spoken in righteousness. You will need your faith to unpack every word, every prophecy spoken in righteousness. Then you will learn that uncertainty is not a battle of the mind. It's an exercise in waiting, in trusting, in becoming still and knowing. You will learn uncertainty is not a battle of the mind. It's an exercise in waiting, in trusting, in becoming still and knowing. You also learn that words and deeds share a covenant. Now move in agreement. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Olubambi. Thank you so much. I don't know, that just felt like you carrying a pregnancy for 9 months and she's like, delivery is almost here, but it's not yet here. So for us not to have premature delivery, you have to sit back and enjoy what this evening has in store for you. So for you to know what Artfelt is about, and of course it is Artfelt with Amakason, let us tell you about Amakason. So this is Amakason's citation, ready for you. Enjoy.
Poet, author, writer, but ultimately a Christian. She began performing poetry in 2014 and has since then performed on some of the biggest platforms in the country. She has shared the stage with a number of notable personalities like Lanre Olushola, Pastor Nike Adeyemi, Mona Lisa Chinda, Victoria Orenzi, Tim Godfrey, Pastor Debola Dejikurmi, Iretiola Doyle, to mention a few. She is mostly known for her passionate and vulnerable renditions of poetry. She is the convener of the Spoken Word Poetry Conference, SWPC, and Heartfelt with Amakason. She pioneered SWPC in 2014, the very same year she started performing poetry. In 2020, she released her debut spoken word album titled Emergence. In the same year, she also released her first book titled The Sun. She serves in the media department at Out of Zion, the mainland branch of the Baptizing Church TBC. At heart, Amakason is really just a girl who wants to make her Heavenly Father proud. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Heartfelt stage, Amakason.
What's up, everybody? Hi. Okay, can we put on the lights back? I cannot see people's faces. Hi, guys. Hello. Who is waving at me there so passionately? Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice to see everyone. Thank you all for coming. I am. Good day, ma. My name is. That's your mommy. That's your mom. Welcome, mommy. So nice to have you here. Thank you, ma. Okay, what's popping, guys? So you are in for a mind-blowing time. I can assure you, I'm not fronting. It's gonna hit. Do you get? But while we get into it, I am going to be doing my first poem. It is titled, I Am Igbo. Yeah. Right, Godwin is so happy. He's like, yes, I am Igbo too. So, sometime early this year, there was a lot happened during the elections that should never have happened, and I didn't like it at all. I watched people be insulted, beaten. I was told to leave my polling unit because I looked Igbo. I don't know if that happened here. No, it didn't happen in Ibadan. Yeah, but Lagos was a hellhole. And yes, so this piece is not to say that Yorubas are not awesome. If I was a Yoruba, I'd be writing I am Yoruba. But I just happen to be Igbo. Do you get? So, and Igbos were treated really unkindly. Yes, I am Igbo. Nothing has ever reminded me of my Igbo origin like the just concluded Nigerian elections. Without knowing my name or the state I hailed from, I was told that I looked too Igbo to vote. I watched as men and women were beaten to stupor, beaten blue-black just because they had courage to want different. All because they looked Igbo. So I wrote this poem for one purpose and one purpose only: to introduce myself. Just in case, because you call me Amakason, you forget that there's an Amaka before the sin. I come from a strong and long line of mind-blowing strength. My tenacity, my independence has been formed by the doggedness of my ancestors. I come from a long line of warriors. Men and women who have shook and are still shaking the ends of the earth. I am caught from the very same fabric that formed the likes of Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Chinua Achebe, Onyeka Onwenu. You may throw me in a dry and driest desert, but wash me. Watch me turn it into the best desert there is. I am made with a tenacity that the harshest climate cannot break. I am Igbo. I am strength, tenacious, industrious, consistent, confident. And you may drag me through the driest of dirt. You may even try to break and vandalize the brick in my character. You may call us thieves because how dare we be business savvy. But in the words of Maya Angelou, like dust, will rise and will never apologize for our light. My name is Chiamaka Nwabeke. I come from a small village in Abia State, and I come from a long line of mind-blowing testimonies. You may drag me through the driest of dirt, but in a way that will shock you, I will rise. I come from a long line of warriors, men and women who have shook and are still shaking the ends of the earth. I am Igbo. Fully and truly. What's in the program? I need to check. I need to know what's next. Okay, I think I'm doing another part. Okay, yes I am. Okay. All right, hello Igbos in the house. What's popping? How you doing? Hello Yorubas in the house. What's popping? Yeah. I think that every tribe is beautiful. I don't think that if you claim to be a part of Zion, you are not a tribe. You are not from a tribe. All of us together, we are all from what? Zion. You cannot be, my pastor has taught me, you cannot be claiming Igbo, you cannot be claiming Yoruba, you cannot be saying when you are saying somebody is Igbo, so they should know, well, why? I believe none of us here, we don't do such, right? Thank you. This second poem is titled War Cry. So, story. People usually say that I should sit down when I perform poetry sometimes. But I do feel like the chair do not usually allow me to express myself. I don't know how the likes of Titi Lokwe does it. She's just going to sit down and she's just going to weave the words. She's just going to say, let me give you an example. I am formed with... her voice does not need to raise. But that emotion that you're supposed to feel, you are going to feel it. You just say, I was formed with a tenacity that the harshest climate cannot break. I'm like, wow, let's say. Some of us need to be standing. Okay, you know what, yeah. That's why I'm not using the chair. I'm just telling you people. Maybe somewhere along the line I might sit. I don't know. This second piece is titled War Cry. So on the day that I made it live, that we were going to have Heartfelt. So my designer, is Kehinde here? It's not here yet. Okay. I wanted to bring up to the stage so that people will see the person that has been doing all the designs. Okay, so he had done the first design, which is the coming soon design, and he had sent it to me about a week after that design went live. I think even up to more than a week. But I kept postponing. I just didn't think I was ready. Do I want to do this? But that night, I just said, you know what, if we're going to walk on water, let's go. So I put it out. Normally, I pray by like 9:30 p.m.-ish. So I have an alarm that comes on when it's time for me to pray. So I had, while I was making the post, while I was posting on all the social media channels, my alarm rang. So I put it off to, finish. I snoozed so that when I was done, I would then go and pray. So when I did that, did all my postings, and when I was done, I said, you know what, let's go and pray. So I stepped outside of my room, then I began to pray. So normally when I pray, I like using earpiece. I like listening to songs. It keeps me focused. It helps me not to get distracted. So as I was praying and I was pacing, and I put my hands in my pocket because I was wearing shorts to bring out my phone. And while I pulled out my earpiece with the phone came out of the earpiece and the phone fell on the floor and it just went blank. And I just started to laugh. I'm not joking. I just said, ha ha ha, wow, must be nice. And do you know why I laughed? Because the moment that happened, the first thing that I heard was, the devil is coming for your joy. If you do not stop it, he's going to take a lot more from you than this phone. So I laughed. After I laughed for like 5 minutes, you know that laughter is a statement. Do you know? You just be laughing. The devil going to be like, kill one shit. What's wrong with you? I'm speaking a lot of Yoruba. Despite the fact that I just did poem that I am Igbo. Sorry. That's to tell you that Yorubas too are awesome, because for the life of me, can I speak Igbo? No. Let me not lie, let me not steal. No. No. But I understand. And that's thanks to my grandmother. Where was I? I began to laugh. After I laughed for like 5 minutes, I took my phone, put it back in my pocket, continued praying. Prayed for like another 10 minutes. Then I went inside. My roommates, were like, how far? What's going on? I said, no, I'm okay. I'm cool. My phone just fell, but I need to fix it. And the phone just fell, beat it. I said, no. It's not an issue. I'll just fix it tomorrow or something. And how many of you have had your phone break or something happen to your phone? You know how you do usually feel. It's like something so important from you has been detached. Like you're just like, what will I do now? What will I do with my life? How will I watch film? How will I go on Twitter? And I had just begun, quote unquote, publicizing an event. And you know what that is for your phone. Anyway, plenty thoughts were running through my mind. I would sing, I would pray. And that night, the Lord told me this poem. That's the story of this poem you're about to listen. And the central detail is, when the devil comes for your joy, you don't let him. You don't. the greatest, when the devil comes for you, he many times doesn't come for a lot of things. He comes for your joy. So if he takes your joy, he has won. Anyway, to cut the long story short, throughout that night I prayed, slept, watched film on my phone, on my laptop, because I like to watch film, guys. But that's a story for another day. I slept. I found a way to, be happy and be joyful through it all. Next day, phone was fixed. Phone was fixed is a testimony, but that's by the way. Anyway, let's get down to the poem. When the four walls of a prison cell became Apostle Paul's home, when Job's life became synonymous with pain, when Stephen came face to face with his own death, when Jesus was hung on a tree for a sin that he did not commit, of what foundation was their feet settled in? How did they find the resolve to push through? I have often thought about Paul and Silas. These men were bound in chains for the gospel that they preached, and yet, in the middle of that prison cell, songs of praises were lifted up to the skies. Prayers were made to the throne room of heaven, and like snow on a beautiful Sunday morning, the feet of heaven touched the earth. For the past couple of years, I have felt life hunt for my joy. Knots in the center of my throat, tears plastering my eyeballs. I have watched as my soul approached becoming synonymous with sadness, and I have fought. With every ounce of small and staggering strength, I have fought. Because the journey to joy is littered with many obstacles. This joy has a face and a name. This joy goes beyond your feelings. This joy is a dance and a shout. This joy is war. It is the shout that brought down the walls of Jericho. It is not a mild whisper of "it is well." It is a feet in the soil stare at Satan. This joy is a dare. It is a stance laced with confidence and air of authority. The battle for your joy cannot be fought with slacking shoulders. When darkness approaches your door and knocks, you open with a roar. We are not a people who shrink in the face of chaos. When pain becomes our middle name, knees on the ground is how we fight. This war is not won with muzzles. This war is not won with a sword. This war is won with lips of praise. In this war, peace is our weapon. So fight like it's your last. War with your calm. When the devil sends his furious darts, may your tongue be ready to pray. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations, and bringing down every thought that exalts itself above the knowledge of God. There are some battles you don't fight with English. You fight with the Spirit. The battle for your joy is one of them.
You were not heathen. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You were not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen, I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the hardest night. It's true, I will rescue you. There is no distance that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send down an army to find you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send down an army to find you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Love it. Are you okay, praise? Okay. This next piece is titled Peter. Why are you looking at me like that? Okay. I like Peter a lot in the Bible. One of the best things about Heartfelt for me is how I get to, tell us how a piece came about. I largely think that in some sort of ways, Peter is such a G. He was so misunderstood, but thankfully he had a Jesus who understood him. Do you get? So I just, went into Peter's head a bit to, understand what was going on in his head as the events that led up to Jesus' death happened. And yeah, that's the synopsis of this poem. I hope you are blessed. And hope you know that this is not an event to entertain anybody. If you know me, I don't do anything to entertain. If it's to entertain, peace out. See you. In fact, there are many other ways you can be entertained. There's YouTube, there's great musicians, but everybody has what they are called to do. There are many things I want to say through poem that God is like, I'm not quite sure. but yeah, you should, do this other one. If you know me, well, I'm very savage. If you know me as a person, I can be very savage. Sometimes when I do some poems, some people think this is how I am in real life. And when you see me, I'm very, Every time you see me, I'm giving you a prophecy. It's not like that too. I'm not an okay person here and there. But yeah, Peter. Start with eyes like Peter or Peter, whichever one works for you. I watched him pick up a bowl, pour water in it, pour soap in it. He picked up a towel. He requested for my legs, and my sharp mouth blurted out, "Master, you cannot wash my feet." And in his calm and reassuring voice, he said, "If I do not wash your feet, Peter, you cannot be a part of me." Then it clicked. This was the way. This was my shot. If washing my feet would join my heart to his, then he might as well wash every part of me. Because this man whom my heart loves without reservation, the one who healed my wife's mother with a single touch, the one who I have followed through rain and sunshine, my wise Jesus, while his hands were still busy washing, he spoke of a betrayal. And my sharp mouth blurted out again, "Cannot be me." And in the same calm and reassuring voice, he replied again, "Before the clock cross once, you will deny me 3 times. Eh? It really be your own people, Sha. Because how can this man doubt my love for him? But it's okay. I'll prove him wrong." While he was yet speaking, the feet of soldiers approaching grew louder. They demanded for his arrest, put him in chains, treated him like trash. This man, this one whose innocence shines like the morning sun, this same man who has been both peace and calm, tranquility, how can they treat him like this? I pulled out my sword, targeted one of them, separated his ear from his body, because how dare they? But as shocking as you would expect, in a twinkle of an eye, the ear that I separated was replaced by this same man. But they still arrested him. I followed closely from behind. He was taken to the high priest. A little girl saw me, claimed I knew him. I denied. This happened 3 times. After the 3rd, the sound of a cock was heard. Jesus was right, as always. And the days leading up until that were like knife piercing through my soul. I saw as he was whipped. I saw the blood. I saw the thorns. His words came rushing back to me. The Son of Man will be taken to be killed. I will tear down the temple and rebuild it in 3 days. It didn't make sense then, but now it did. I watched as the spit rolled down his eyes. I saw the blood gush out of his sides. I saw the tomb he was buried in. I saw it. I was there. It was a Friday. A good Friday. But it didn't feel like one.
Keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Hi guys. How are we doing so far? I can't hear responses. How are we doing so far? I'm assuming that we're like this quiet because we are still pondering on those words. They really hit. I mean, like, so quick and very on a light note, like every day, whenever I ever get the chance to hear Amaka speak, I'm always like, I can't believe I know this person. Like, it's... I will phrase my words better later. I'm sure words will come back to me, but for now, I'm just basking in that aura that has been set, and it's really, 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 really beautiful. I'm hoping you guys are really having a good time. You are, right? And there's still more. Just imagine that there's like so much more. Okay. Before we go on, so let's do a little light work. I know most of us here are in the Gen Z era now, the social media babes and guys, right? We are not. Okay. Me, I'm in the Gen Z, and I will start from here. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to push heartfelt to the world, yeah? And we're going to do that by... Okay, everybody take out your phones. Just pick up your phone. Pick up your phone now. It's right in front of you. Yeah, pick up your phone. So take a very nice photo. Take a photo with your friend. Take a photo alone if you're not sitting with a friend. Make a new friend and take a photo with them. Take a photo of that friend. Take a photo of someone unawares. Take a photo of me. I mean, if you want to take my picture, take a picture of me too as well. It's allowed. Just take a photo of anybody. And thank you. We're doing very well. So let's take nice photos and let's post everywhere, okay? Let's post everywhere. Let's post on Twitter if you're active on Twitter. Let's post on our Instagram stories. Let's post on our Instagrams. So our hashtag for today will be #heartfelt with Amakason, okay? #heartfelt with Amakason. Let's go global. I mean, we're like 5,000, 6,000 in this room. I mean, if I count who Olamide knows and who Amaka knows, and we keep multiplying, I mean, people will wonder what's going on. So yes, I still see pictures. Has anybody taken my picture? Let me take one. Hold on, just one moment. Awesome. Yes. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to post. Well, while I'm figuring out this social media thing, can we have the next act on the stage? Please give them a round of applause as they come forward. Give them a round of applause now.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So you guys, you hear me? Okay. You guys already met Ayomide and Dara, and you met Joseph, even though he did not introduce himself. He couldn't. So I'm Olamide. Hi, everybody. So we're just going to be singing Reckless Love. We know everybody loves that song, so join in as you can.
Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so kind to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life into me. You have been so kind to me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down. A fight still I'm found, leaving leaves the 99, yeah. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God.
When I was your foe, still your love fought for me. And you have been so, so good to me. Yeah. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me.